Hello lovely YouTube family, welcome back to Curiosity Lounge. Before we start, hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Just imagine that you're on your way to renovate your house for your favorite eve and you come across something really unexpected, creepy, slimy, and most importantly, something which shouldn't be there in the first place. What if we tell you that this slimy long creature who likes to intrude people's homes unexpectedly is none other than a snake? Yes, you heard it right. In today's video, we are going to show you something which you had never expected to see. You are going to see real camera footage of snakes invading into people's homes and scaring the living life out of them. Be it either slimy corners or a house completely saturated with snakes, this ride is sure going to be the creepiest fun you're ever going to have. 5. Timber rattlesnakes found in a home at Texas. If you ever thought that your day was bad, then just think about this lady in Texas. A normal day in their house had just begun when they decided to renovate and clean their house. While renovating, she heard a rattle deadlier than ever. Just when she feared that there could be any rattlesnake hiding at her house, she found two. How bad could this very first description of her unwanted deadly creature's invasion into a house story could get? Well, it does. As soon as the woman called for reptile emergency service, they reached her house immediately with all the necessary equipment. The first snake was successfully taken out and put into a box safely. But the main climax of the story arrived when they tried to save the second one. The second timer rattlesnake was hissing to an extreme level due to aggression because it might have thought that those reptile servicemen must be there to hurt it. It was all set to attack them the moment they tried to touch it. After a lot of courage and proper technique, this snake was put into another box safely as well. Both of the snakes were taken to a comparatively safer environment and a place where they actually should be found. 4. A home infested with snakes. As soon as someone thinks of a proper settlement, the first thing that comes into their minds is always getting a house of their own. It's like an ultimate dream come true for all the families out there. The first part of the paragraph was quite true for the Sessions family as well. It didn't age well. Their dream home soon became a nightmare for them within a few months. What they experienced is beyond scary and extremely nerve-wracking. Their entire newly built house was infested with hundreds and hundreds of snakes. There were snakes all over the place. When we say all over the place, we actually mean it. There were snakes crawling out of the kitchen, the bathroom, the wooden walls of the bedroom, and every other place you can imagine. Even the trash can of the house had snakes crawling out of it. Just when you'll start judging these snakes for spreading out everywhere, let us tell you that this case is different from the others in the list. In other cases, the snakes invaded the homes, but here, the humans were the ones who invaded these snakes' homes. As it turns out, the house was built over a snake pit, so the snakes had no other way out of the house other than invading these poor people's newly built homes. 3. Snake caught in CCTV. This CCTV footage is rare because it actually shows the defensive mentality of snakes and other crawling creatures. This video shows an old woman sleeping peacefully at night just when a snake starts crawling into the room. The woman fidgeted her leg in sleep, so the snake got frightened and hooded her all the way to attack her. The moment the woman moved her leg again, without any second thoughts, the snake bit her in a flash. The lady didn't realize it until the pain acted upon her and she got up to check what was going on. She was scared to death the moment she saw this huge snake with the fangs out staring straight into her eyes. She called for help, and that's when they discovered that the snake had lived in her bathroom for a very long time and inspected the entire house every night as soon as the old lady went to sleep. Thank goodness the lady didn't get much hurt and was cured with mild medicines. This is actually more scary than what it looks like because these snake bites are deadlier than you can imagine. If the woman hadn't discovered it immediately, then it could have gotten much worse. 2. Python climbing wall of a house. Whenever it is said that snakes are creepy crawlies, the first thing that comes into our minds is them crawling straight on the ground. Little do we think that they are surely capable of vertically climbing surfaces too. This is what got this Australian man shocked to his core. The man was cleaning this garage when he found that a 9-foot-long python was climbing against the wall of his garage towards the roof. As much surprised as he got, he didn't spare any single second and went to put the snake down all by himself. He agreed that he was scared for a moment, but then he had some guts left for dealing with Dirk. Wait a minute, did we tell who Dirk was? Well, the man named the python Dirk, and he didn't let the animal control department take full charge of it. He allowed Dirk to crawl around his premises of his backyard, and even greets him hello at times. All thanks to him that he recorded this video first and then went on to shoo the snake away. Although there are a lot of video recordings of his pet from a distance python, he always keeps these things to himself because he totally adores Dirk. 1. Australian man deals with the snake himself. It is not unknown to the world that Australia is the biggest home to all the creepy crawlies in the whole world. These slimy, creepy crawlies are extremely common to be found in every corner of the houses and even the public places. The case started with these two bloggers. Bob and Oz. They found something crawling at the back of their wardrobe which seemed like a small tree snake. They wanted to call the reptile experts but ended up with a little do-it-yourself situation. Furthermore, they poked the snake out of the wardrobe and to their surprise, the snake was bigger than their expectations. Much bigger. It was around 6 foot long and was in an extremely defensive mood. Although he handled it with a stick, the situation was already out of his hands before. After a long fighting sequence with the snake, he finally succeeded in putting the snake in a box, with slight injuries. That's why it is very important to not handle these situations yourself. Well, we hoped you liked our video with the most deadly snake invasions into people's homes caught on camera. If you're not creeped enough, then stay tuned with us for more of such amazing and unexpectedly weird animal invasion videos.